Sokoto State Governor Aminu Tambo saying that he is confident that the Presidential Election Tribunal would restore the mandate of the PDP presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar as president of Nigeria. So the same optimism has been expressed by the Labour Party. Are they seeing something we aren't seeing, BKO?
Perhaps. I would even be more of, I will find, let me put it this way, I will find it more believable when the PDP says that they can provide the facts that will enable the tribunal rule in their favor. I could be convinced to think that perhaps they have some cast iron evidence that the rest of us do not have access to. This is because the PDP came second in that presidential election. The PDP had greater spread in that presidential election, although just like the Labour Party, it did not score 25% in 24 states. But because it came second and won more states, recorded more votes than the Labour Party. I want to believe that if there should be any party challenging vigorously to have that election reviewed, perhaps have the election declared as having been won by a political party. I think that because the PDP came second, I could be led to believe that they stand a much better chance than any other party. Labour Party coming third and laying claim to coming first is unheard of. I've never heard that this sort of thing happened. And it will be the eighth wonder of the world if tribunal were to rule in Labour Party's favor. There are different reliefs that the parties are seeking. Perhaps one or two of those reliefs will go the way of Labour Party, for example. But how the tribunal would jump over the party that came second and then declare that the one that came third was the winner of the election is something that I am eager to see. Miracles still happen in our world. And Don Williams sang the song that miracles, that's what life is about. I am eagerly waiting for how they intend to do it. But as you can see, they appear confident, they appear determined. And when Tambua says that Atiku is the next president, the swearing in of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, because I do not see anything that will stop Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu from being sworn in. Those who have gone to court seeking to stop the swearing in, I believe they are wasting their time. They are testing the waters. They are trying their luck. The Supreme Court in 2003, according to Mike Ahamba, Buhari's long-term lawyer, affirmed that those who have won elections, even if they have court cases, those court cases will not stop them from being sworn in. And that was why Dati Ahmed, Yusuf Dati Ahmed, the deputy to Peter Obi, got into the Senate through what was clearly election rigging, and ultimately the real winner emerged through the Election Petitions Tribunal, and that, despite having spent about a year in the Senate, was sent packing. So these things happen. But to stop the inauguration, I do not see anyone succeeding in stopping the inauguration through a court of law. That inauguration has to take place because there is a problem that creates. If President Buhari has no right, no power to remain in office longer than the number of days allocated to him by the Constitution, that transition has to take place for a new president to take over. If the new president is sacked by the courts, then another one will be sworn in. But the inauguration will not be held up by any legal action. I know that a lot of people who hate Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, what they want to see is for that inauguration to be hitched, to be stopped by every means possible. Some have gone to court, as we have seen, and they are even saying that the 25 that Abuja, Tinubu didn't get 25% in Abuja, and that for that reason, it's not legally elected. That too has said this, that it will be illegal to swear in, citing a number of reasons, including the fact that I did not score 25% in Abuja. Arguing stridently, as some people are doing, that you must score 65% in Abuja, 25% in Abuja to be elected president of our country, is the most ridiculous argument I've seen in all my years as a journalist. Because what that says to people is that Abuja is superior to other states in our country. And there is no means by which Abuja is superior to the remaining 36 states of our country. If you are insisting that somebody must score 24% before he can be elected president, you are saying that even if a person scores 25% in all of the states, but fails to score 25% in Abuja, then it's not electable. It's extremely asinine, it's extremely ridiculous, and I'm ashamed of lawyers who are making this argument, because the illogic behind this argument is confounding. It is there for everyone to see, that you are saying that no matter what happens, even if you score 25% in all the 36 states, if you do not score 25 in Abuja, you cannot be elected. It's extremely ridiculous, and I'm actually ashamed that this is the level to which people have taken these post-election arguments. Abuja is not superior to any state in Nigeria. The people live in Abuja. They don't have two heads. They don't have three heads. They don't have double genitalia. They are just like the rest of us. So the vote in Abuja, when it is cast, is not superior to the vote in Pankshin or Potiskum or Iwo in Osun State. Neither is it superior to votes cast somewhere along the banks of River Niger in Kebbi State. So this is particularly confounding to me. But if Governor Tambua says Atiku is the next president, maybe he has facts that the rest of us do not have, and I will not sit here and dismiss his arguments. Let them present the facts before the courts, and let us see the decision that the courts will give. And I expect everyone who has had the courage to approach the tribunal to be patient and wait for the tribunal to make its decision. This is the least that we can do. The heating up of the polity has to end. Let's focus on substantive matters.